Rise and Grind, the ultimate whiskey collection. I am excited to do this video. I am bringing you into my home bar, and I'm going to be showing you the things that I sip on, the things that I enjoy. And so this video, I've got some bottles here. And so we're gonna show you just some of them. I don't want the video to be too long. And so let's dive into this ultimate whiskey collection. And so I'm gonna first start with some of the things that are more so just mixers. And so I've got some Appleton Estate 12-year rum. I've got my favorite mixer, Old Forester Rye. This makes a great old fashioned. I have got what is probably the best economical valued bourbon, Very Old Barton. This is 100 proof, a great mixer. You can even sip this, but I mainly use this as a mixer. Now I've got some other things here. I got some Grey Goose, and you're gonna see some tequilas. I don't really drink a lot of Grey Goose, but I have it because when you are a host, you gotta have something that everybody wants. Now we're gonna look at some of the bourbons that I don't sip by themselves, but I sip them with a cigar. And so these are bourbons where they can't really stand on their own, but they go great accompanying a cigar. So the first is this Stellum Rye. This is a nice, spicy rye forward bourbon. You know how much I like the Wild Turkey 101, the Cinnamon Bomb. We've got Larceny, and so I love the Larceny Barrel Proof. But the Larceny Small Batch, it's a weeder, and it goes great with a cigar. Old Granddad 114. And from time to time, I enjoy some cognac. And so I've got the Hennessy VSOP, and I've got this ABK6 VSOP. And so during the summer months when I'm having a cigar and it's 100 degrees outside and I don't want a high proof bourbon, then I'll turn to a cognac. We've got the Old Faithful Knob Creek. This is probably my most favorite bourbon next to E.H. Taylor to enjoy with a cigar. And so these are bourbons that I wouldn't have them by themselves. They're not complex enough. They're not rich enough. But with the cigar, they complement the cigar and allow me to focus on the cigar. Next, we're going to look at some of my scotches. I do engage in some scotch. I love everything that's put out by Compass Box. And so they have Spice Tree. They've got Hedonism, which is probably my most favorite scotch. They also have Peat Monster and several others. And so this company, Compass Box, they do a great job of blending scotch. And in my decanter here, I've got Ardbeg Corryvreckan. I also love Ardbeg Uigeadail. That's an amazing scotch, especially for the winter time. Okay, as we continue this ultimate whiskey collection, we're gonna now dive into some of the things that I actually enjoy by themselves. And so these are what I would call a Wednesday night pour. Now, it doesn't mean that I drink every Wednesday night. We may call these things daily sippers, but I wanna make sure that I'm cautioning you that if you are rising and grinding, you are not drinking every day. All right, but these are things that stand out by themselves. You can have this by itself. A favorite of mine is this John J. Bowman single barrel. A little insider secret, this and Blanton's is the same juice. This is just distilled in Virginia. And so I am a great lover of this John J. Bowman. I've got 2 bottles of it here. I also got the port barrel finish. This is a great summertime sipper. I've got a couple bottles of this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. And so don't let the high proof of this is 132 proof, but it's rich, it's complex, it's amazing. Eagle Rare, fan favorite. Some Calumet 16. I am a rye guy, and so you're gonna see a lot of rye. I've got this Pinhook 6-year. I greatly love Elijah Craig. And so this is a private barrel, single barrel. You're gonna see about 5 other Elijah Craig barrel proof. But Elijah Craig, this is the bourbon that started it all for me. We've got some Weller product here, and I wanna point out this one. This is a great pound for pound bourbon. This is a great summertime sipper. This is a bourbon / rye. This is Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. This can be had for about $30. This is an amazing pour. And this is something that I believe that if you were to blind test this against a $100 bottle, this would still come out on top. This is an amazing daily sipper. And finally, we've got our Smoke Wagon Small Batch. And so I'm a big fan of the uncut, unfiltered, his bigger brother. But as a daily sipper, I enjoy this small batch. Okay, so we are almost done with this ultimate whiskey collection. We are now going to look at some of the better bottles. These are some of the things that I would take out if I've got some company over. These are some of the things that maybe I'll take out on a Saturday night. And so we're going to start with Blanton's. Everybody loves Blanton's. I've got a couple bottles of Blanton's here. I like getting into the niche, into the new stuff, the craft stuff. And so we've got a couple bottles of Nulu. We've got their toasted as well as their rye. You guys have heard me talk a lot about Elijah Craig. I love Elijah Craig. This is what got it started for me. And so we've got a couple bottles of Elijah Craig. Why do I have so many? These are all the different batch variations throughout the years. We've got these going back as far back as 2018. I love Elijah Craig. And what I love, I'm loyal to. We've got some Weller product, Antique 107. I've mentioned to you how much I like Bardstown. Got a couple bottles. I've got batch 7 and 8. 8 was the best bottle that they had. We've got our Hibiki Japanese Harmony, an amazing Japanese whiskey. And to round out, I'll point out, we've got the Larceny Barrel Proof. This is starting to give my Elijah Craig Barrel Proof some competition. I'm a big fan of what they're doing at Old Elk. They started off with a lot of experimental stuff, and they are doing a great job of blending. And we've got Frey Ranch, a great 4-grain whiskey out of Nevada. These are my weekend pours. Well, welcome to the end of our ultimate whiskey collection. Thank you for taking this time. Thank you for coming into my home, into my space, seeing how I get down, seeing what I sip. Please make sure that you comment. Please visit the Instagram page, sharing some pictures of what you are using to rise and to grind with. Our Instagram is at Rise and Grind 411. And as we are coming into the home stretch here, we're looking at the bourbons that I take out on special occasions. And so this would be wedding anniversary. This would be New Year's or birthday. These are things that are only cracked and poured on special occasion. And the first I want to begin with, because this is what my wife and I enjoy on our anniversary. This is the only bourbon that she'll drink. This is Kentucky Owl. I love this. And as I said in other videos, the Carters, they went from Kentucky Owl to Old Carter. And so this is a great pour. And finally, the Flex. The cowboy bourbon. Because sometimes in life, you gotta award yourself and you've got to reward yourself. And so this collection, this was just one of the ways that I chose to award myself. This is my motivation. Hopefully this motivates you. Continue to rise, continue to grind, continue to build. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, rise and grind.